Hello guys, how are you doing today? I hope you are doing well. Today I'm back with another speed build and this time we are making a modern family home. Myself, I like to play mostly in traditional homes, but I've already made a traditional speed build, so I thought let's make a modern one for once. I didn't want to make an over the top modern house, but rather a house that you would find in a suburban area. I feel like the roofing is very traditional rather than modern, but then we have the modern touches to it, like with the large windows and the boxy style of the house. So this is the basic shape of the exterior done, just moving it around a bit because I wanted to find the perfect spot for it and then I move on to wallpaper. And I wanted the house to have wooden wallpaper with stone details to it. I wanted to use a brown wood. Didn't know which shade I wanted, if I wanted a dark brown or a lighter brown, but I went with this lighter wooden color. But to be fair, I did like the darker shade as well. So here I am placing rocks around the entire foundation, and this was inspired from my restaurant build. And if you haven't seen that build, I basically put a restaurant on top of huge rocks like these rocks, but I scaled them up and I put the entire restaurant on top of it. So this was inspired from that build because I really liked it. It looks really nice. So yeah, basically just putting rocks, or these are not rocks, I guess. Technically they are a table, but putting these rocky tables around the entire foundation to look like the foundation is made out of rocks, basically. And then I'm adding some greenery around the house, and those fences that I used, I basically thought that those would be like plant boxes or something. I don't know, it looks nice, and then I'm adding flowers to them. However, I do remove those flowers later because I thought it was too much, maybe. Started to look more traditional than modern, but then again, I changed my mind before I took the screenshots, so I don't think you will see it in the video, but I do add some other flowers later on, and you will see those in the screenshots. And then I go around the house with some terrain paint and adding lights to the walkway, and then I move on to the interior because I I wanted to do the landscaping, but I had no clue what I wanted to do with landscape because everything I thought of felt too traditional, but then later on I skipped that idea that everything has to look modern and I make everything look more traditional so that the house is like a mixture of modern and traditional because it's a suburban house, so adding a lot of lights to the inside because I wanted to see well when I placed the wallpaper. Those lights are not staying. I will change those lights later because that looks that looks not so nice at the moment. But adding the wallpaper to all the rooms and some flooring as well. Struggled a bit with the bathrooms, but it works in the end, adding carpet to the bedrooms, and yeah, then I went outside and did the flooring as well to the outside, and then I added some fences and more terrain paints, and I think I start with the landscaping now. Yeah, so I'm doing the landscaping on the front part of the house, and I think I did the backyard off camera because I didn't know what to do. I struggled a lot with landscaping today. So I think I added a few trees and flowers and stuff to the back side after I had done the recording. So you'll see it in the screenshots, but not in the video. So here I am building a natural looking pond with a lot of beautiful flowers. These new flowers that, well, technically they're not that new anymore, but I just really love them. And changing the watercolor and going in with some terrain paints. On this side, I tried to make a planter box thing. I didn't like it in the end, so I'm just gonna add a tree with some flowers and rocks and stuff, and I thought that looked way nicer than the planter box that I tried to make. Then I am going in with some more rocks and some greenery and flowers around the rocks as well, because I mean, it looked nice, and I wanted it to look like these flowers are not planted, but they are just growing there by themselves, and the family who lives there just don't have time to remove it and have the perfect backyard as everyone would like to have. But I just thought it looked very nice, and I wanted it to look like it naturally grew there. So yes, I did skip the landscaping on the backside. So here I am jumping into the interior designs, trying to furnish the bathroom here, trying to make a different looking sink here by adding a table to it. And the bathrooms are quite dark. They are black and white, and I think it looks very nice and sleek and modern, in my opinion, anyway. Then adding some details to the bathroom, some decor items to make it look lived in, but this is basically it. Just adding a rug. Yeah, I'm adding two rugs, I think. Yeah. And then I'm done with the first bathroom. The upstairs also has a bathroom, of course. Moving on to the living room. I wanted the living room to be a mixture of black or dark colors and light colors. So I made this IKEA looking thing for the TV. And then I am making the couch a creamy color and adding a cream colored carpet, and then same with the curtains. Or no, I make the curtains white and I make the couch white, I see. um but yeah, I wanted it to be like a mixture of dark and bright colors. This is actually what my living room looks like. Well, not exactly like this, but I have a mixture of blacks and whites actually, and I love it. So I thought it looked a bit bland in here, so I wanted to add some color to it, and I decided that color was gonna be orange. So adding orange flowers and an orange candle, and then this orange yellowy, what's it called? Painting. I keep forgetting painting. Like last speed build as well, I forgot the word painting for some reason. Just adding another curtain, and then I move on to the hallway. And for the hallway, I just kept it very basic and simple. It was a small hallway, not a lot of room, and I wasn't quite sure what I would fit in here, so I just added some hanging clothes and some shoes basically, and then I think I add, yeah, a mirror, and on this side I just add a painting. But finding a nice painting isn't the easiest thing in this game. The paintings, most of them are not looking that great, so then I move on to lighting. I changed the light in the living room, and now I'm moving on to the kitchen. And as always, I struggle a ton with kitchens. Kitchens are the worst thing for me. I hate making kitchens or decorating kitchens because I'm not good at it. I am just the worst at making kitchens look nice, struggling with the counters, and I will change these. And I'm also struggling with the layout of the kitchen and adding two stoves for this kitchen, and I wanted all the appliances to be black because I wanted the kitchen to be black and white. I love black and white, and I wanted it to have an accent color, and you will see me struggle a ton with that later, so I did cut that part out. I'll talk about that more when we get to it. And on the side, I added the fridges. And here I am realizing the wall paints are not working. So I changed the wall paints in the kitchen for the one I used in the bathroom, and I just basically switched them around. And I also wanted it to look like the fridges are built into the wall. So behind the fridges, I add counters, and it, it didn't work when I play tested it, so I moved the fridges out a bit, but I still covered it so it still looks like it's built in. I just had to fiddle around with it a bit. Then moving back to this part of the kitchen and adding some decor items, a sink, and then I didn't add much to this part of the kitchen, and then I found this hanging wall piece that I really wanted to use somewhere, but it just wouldn't fit anywhere. Struggling with the lighting in the kitchen a bit, but in the end I used these and I used two of those with move objects and adding curtains and realizing the kitchen was maybe looking a little bit too dark, so I used different flooring for it, a more light wooden color than the one I had before. Adding a coffee maker and some more decor items in the cooking area, and then trying to find the chairs and table I wanted to use. And I struggled a ton with this. I didn't know what I wanted. In the end, I went with this table and these chairs. Actually, I might change the chairs, I can't remember. And then I wanted to add color to it because the kitchen was very, very dark. And at first, I wanted to add green as an accent color, but I couldn't find a rug that was looking good in green. So in the end, I go for a blue accent color and adding some flowers. And I actually cut out a huge part of me trying to find a flower for the table because I seriously spent at least 30 minutes trying to find a flower for the table. Like, that's crazy. 30 minutes just for one flower. So that was not gonna be fun to watch in this speed build, so I do cut it out. And in the end, it is a blue flower, I think, or a blue flower pot or something. It's something blue, I believe. And that part I did cut out because, seriously. But you can see me here trying to find something that would work nicely. And this is what I chose in the end. It's actually two flowers stacked on each other with move objects. Moving on to the study. If you do download this house, you could just change this room to whatever your Sims needs are. I chose it to be a study, but you could just make this a third bedroom if you would like, or maybe something else, maybe a painting room, or whatever hobby your Sim might have. So this room is very light. It has pinks and blues as accent colors. It's looking very feminine and nice. And as I said, you could just change this room to be more masculine if you'd like, or you could change it to whatever type of room you would like, basically. Didn't know what I wanted this part of the room to have, but I added a chair and a flower, I believe. Yeah, that's the chair that I go for, and I think that's the flower. And then I'm just trying to find a painting again, and it took me a while to find a painting, and I think I just used that painting again. Moving on to the upstairs. Working on the bathroom first, and I wasn't sure if I wanted a shower or a bathtub. Because this is the main bathroom. The downstairs is basically a guest bathroom. And then I thought, well, I want it to be a bit luxurious, so I actually go for this bathtub, this ginormous bathtub. Uh, yeah, and then I just added some decor, a mirror, and some hanging flowers, and toilet roll, of course. And then I move on to the hallway. And this has a bit of a weird shape to it. So I add a closet, but then there's not much space to add things in because your Sims has to be able to walk as well. So I basically just add a rug to it and some paintings as well. And this is the kids' bedroom. And for this room, I go ham on the colors because I wanted this room to feel very living and very, very colorful. So you'll see a lot of pinks and light blues and even some other colors mixed into it because kids, they don't care if things match or not. So I basically just wanted this room to feel very, very colorful and yeah, actually love it. It feels very feminine, but of course, a boy could live here as well because there's no gender restriction to colors, of course. And I really do love this room. Like, it's so colorful, and these colors go so nicely together, I think. Um, but basically, it's just a very cute looking bedroom for a kid. Trying to find a rug, but technically, like, do you need a rug if you have a carpet as your flooring? I don't really believe so. So I remove the rug and then I start working on the master bedroom. First, I thought I would make a special looking bed, but the colors doesn't work together. Um, I tried different types of bed just to make this work, but I didn't feel it. It didn't look that nice. So I go for this bed. No, actually, I go back to this bed and then I tried again, but no, it was just not working. So I go with this bed and these side tables for it. I struggled a bit furnishing this room. I don't know why, but I didn't add that many things to this room. I don't know why I struggled so much. It had a weird shape, I think. I just don't know, and I couldn't really picture the people like the parents for this room. So maybe that's it. But I decided to go for an orange accent color and adding a chair to make it look like the woman of the house sits here and does her makeup, or the man of the house, even, because anyone can do makeup. If you like makeup, you should do makeup. But it's looking very bland, and I tried to add blue to it as well by adding some rugs. I tried to make this rug fit, but it just wouldn't. So I go with that smaller rug, adding some paintings, and then I change the painting downstairs. And for this corner of the room, I just had no clue what to do. In the end, I can't remember what I add. I think I had another table. Um, let's see, trying to find a plants, and then I tried to add this box for this like toy box, but it just wouldn't work. So I changed everything back, added a nice little fish bowl for the kids room, and then I go back to this corner again, adding a table and some decor items. And that's it for this video. We are gonna jump into the screenshots in any second. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you want to see more videos. And there's gonna be a link to the download for this house in the description box down below.